Hello, my children. Daughter of Inyange here, Auntie Tavia here. Happy Friday! I am I am filming this video on Thursday because I have plans tomorrow. So I hope everybody has a happy Friday and everybody has a good weekend. Today I am doing more Tarot 101 with you. Just like the last time, there were a few things that I wasn't able to fit in the video, so we're gonna go over those things today. It's not gonna be, like I said, meanings of the cards or anything like that. It's just different ways on how you can read and different like tricks and tips that I have picked up along the way. Okay, so first things first. Last time I said, don't feel bad if you're one of those people that needs to use the guidebook. And Spirit spoke to me. There is a lady I follow on TikTok. She's a witch. Her name is Jessie_Streaks. And she put this into perspective because for me, I got discouraged when I started my tarot journey, and my very first tarot deck, I read the foreword of why this person put this deck together, this, that, and the other. And inside, the person basically said in no uncertain terms, you should not be using the guidebook at all. That's unprofessional, this, that, and the other. And then other people that I had gotten tarot readings from don't use the guidebook. And I'm just I kind of felt discouraged. And I was like, does that mean that I'm not supposed to read tarot? Does that mean that, I'm not worthy, or I'm not on that level? And she put this perfectly into perspective. So she says there's two types of people when retaining information. Person number one has a very good memory, and they're able to patch things together and they can retain information very well. And if you say it or they go over it, bam, it's in their brain. Okay. Then you have people like me who, when I read tarot, I get prompts from reading the guidebook. And she says there's nothing wrong with using the guidebook. She's like, because everybody's brains work differently. So I want to tell you, if you are one of those people like myself who, I don't use the guidebook all the time, but sometimes I'm just I don't know what the heck this card is. Or I'm Spirit isn't saying anything, my intuition is not speaking to me, that's when I'll promptly use the guidebook. So if you're one of those people that can retain information and bam, you can read the cards left to right, up, down, front, center, good for you. Congratulations. That's fucking awesome. But then if you're somebody like me who those prompts don't come to you until you read, or those messages don't come until you read, sometimes I'll just read a sentence and then bam, the gate opens for me. So I wanted to bring that to your attention. You can still be an amazing tarot reader and have to use the guidebook for prompts. Because like I said, for me, tarot's like a story. So once I read or see those prompts, I'm okay, I'll receive the messages that way. About reversals. So sometimes they'll come out just fine. So it'll be a reversal, just means the card is upside down, right? So with that, that's easy to see. It's a reversal already. Sometimes the card will come out like this. And it's and sometimes you'll ask your guides, okay, is this a reversal? Is this an upright? And they won't answer. So what I was taught, somebody taught me this, and I was like, oh my goodness, this makes sense. And this has worked for me thus far. You can ask Spirit, is this a reversal? If you get the card like this. Sometimes they will communicate with me, sometimes they won't. When they don't, I will literally just take the card like this, and I'll just flick it like that. And then whatever way it lands, kind of like a jump card, like I did in my last video, Spirit is saying this is the orientation that the card needs to be in. So I literally would just take it by, it's like that, and I'm just going to do it in the air so you can see, and I'll just do it like that. And then not on the floor, but I'll do it onto wherever I'm reading. And then I'll be like, okay. And like I said, sometimes they'll tell me, oh no, that's a reverse, that stays reversed. Other times, they won't say things. So I remember last time I talked about choosing cards in the fan method. And I've learned something about myself since that video. when I was using just my hand, it did not work for me. Because I was like, is it this one? Is it this one? Is it this one? Is it this one? So I'll give you an example. I just use my eyeballs now. So like if it's fanned out or you know, laid down or, you know, just straight out, I will go to wherever my eye is drawn. So I'll be like, oh, it's this one. And I'll pull that card. And the spirit will be like, okay. And they'll point it to my attention. They'll say that one. So I will just physically, you know, look at the cards and I'll be like, oh, that caught my attention. So for me, that's my intuition saying that's the one that you need to choose. So instead of using my left hand, because remember your left hand receives energy, I will use my eyes and I'll ask spirit to guide me to that card. So like when I do the reels for you guys, a lot of times I'll do it like that now. And I'll just be like, which card versus getting a jump card. And then I'll just pull that out. So that works for me versus the, okay, which one? Just by using my hand. I use my hand and I use my eyes as well. So I'm just like, oh, I'll go to the one that spirit is pointing out to my attention. Or sometimes like you can get like so like when you're shuffling, you'll get a card like that. That's like kind of like sticking out. That's another way that spirit's like, pick me. If you don't ask for jump cards, and then I'll be like, okay, this is the one that they want me to look at. So I always cleanse myself with sage and Palo Santo before I do my tarot readings, but I also like cleanse my hands, myself, and my space. And I just use, it's a protection / cleansing spray. I have moon water, Florida water, alcohol, witch hazel. Do I have anything else in there? No. You tell me no. And then I'll literally, when I'm gonna start, like that. And then I'll like, you know, and I'm cleansing myself. I'm bringing in clear energy so that I can channel. Especially, I always do it, but I definitely do that when I'm doing it for a client. And then for me, like I said, I call out. You can do whatever it is that you want. Nobody taught me this. I don't know if I said this in the last video, but we're going to say it again. I just call out to my spirit team, and I always add of the greatest and highest good, because you might have some ancestors that don't have your greatest and highest good in mind. When I'm calling out, and I also do that when I'm done. So like when I'm done with tarot, I'm like, okay, I close this portal, you know, thank you. Because I'm like, I want to clear that energy from myself and from my space. Also, do I have any? So when I do pick a card readings, I've seen, sorry, I'm thick. My shit is falling everywhere. When I've seen people do like pick a pile or pick a card readings, and there's nothing to focus on, and every single one of the cards looks exactly the same. For me, I'm just like which one am I supposed to choose? You can use numbers. For me, I like to use crystals. I just did a video yesterday, and I put the different crystals on top of the different piles. I've seen somebody use, like, they'll just put like little number stickers when they put it in IG so that it'll flash, so that your brain has something to look at. And you can follow your intuition when you're doing that. People I've seen they use cute little charms. Anything, doesn't matter what it is. Spirit, they were telling me something. What did you want me to say? And now, of course, they're not telling me. Spirit, can you help me remember what it is that you wanted me to say? I didn't write it down. And now they're silent. That's a way, and it's easier for me to like look, or when I'm choosing a pick a pile card reading, it helps to have something visual besides the cards in order to help your intuition focus on that. See, now I'm irritated. They just said something and I can't remember what it is. sorry about that. I'm looking at my notes. It's left me. But yeah, so hopefully that information helped. Those things were super helpful for me to know and to understand and learn while I've been on my journey. And it's a constant learning cycle. So, like, don't feel like you have to have everything down. Don't feel like, you know, you have to, it has to be a certain way. You do you, and you channel how it works for you. And for me, I have personally taken things from other readers that I really like. So with the pick-a-pile, with the crystals, with the, just fell, with the cleansing spray, with the reversal, somebody showed me how to do that. If I was confused on it, I saw somebody, I bought a wand. I really liked, they used like a wand when they were pointing at their cards. I used my selenite wand today when I did the other video. And I was just like, ooh, I like that. How they like, tap it, you know? Or like I've taken how people do their tarot spread. You know, I've seen people, they will, like I showed this in my last video, where, you know, they'll go like this if they're trying to get the information from the card, or like that, or, you know, they close their eye or they touch the card. So don't feel weird or bad if you're like, oh, I like that, and you want to implement that in your own tarot practice. That's what we're here for. We're here to help each other. We're here to teach each other. We're here to learn. So don't feel weird if you like certain things, or you like specific things and you want to take that. Or like I said in other videos, for me, I'd rather post a fucking video and tell you what it is that I gotta say. For me, writing it down, you know, besides a 30-second reel, I'm not trying to write slide after slide after slide. That doesn't work for me, but that may work for you. So you have to find your niche and you have to fit into it. Same with like picking tarot decks. For me, if I'm not specifically looking for one, but one just like pops up, I always ask Spirit, have me like be moved by like the artwork or like the card. So like with these ones, they have really pretty like gold on them. And I was like, oh, I was like, I have to have those. And for me thus far, using that visual aid for myself has not steered me wrong. And then if I'm searching for one, I'll ask them to do the same thing as well. And then I'll just pick that card, or I'll pick the deck, and then I'll have it resonate with my left hand, which receives energy. They'll tell me if that's the right one. So I hope this message finds you well. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Thank you for listening. And also, you don't need permission from anybody to start tarot. Nobody needs to tell you. You don't have to go to a school. I mean, you can. I know that they have classes and stuff like that, but it's not necessary. If it's already in your mind and it's already in your third eye and you're thinking about it, that means you've already done it and you don't need permission from anyone. So don't feel like you need somebody in the community to be like, okay, I dubbed thee a tarot reader. No, that's not how it works. But I know a lot of times, like, you need permission, because that's what I did. Like, I felt like I needed permission, and then my soul sister was like, nah, bitch, fucking do the shit. So I hope this message finds you well, and the light in me honors and sees the light in you, and namaste.